Hey guys, welcome to the Kasper Konnect, where we get to kind of connect with you as much as we can through technology, since unfortunately we don't get to see you guys every day in the field. So we're here today talking, I believe, Drew, right, about
love.
Love, everybody's favorite word.
Yeah.
Love.
Love.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So as we talk about love, I thought it would be cool where, we've been talking about like what love looks like. And I love movies because I think they help give like strong visuals. And I was thinking, what if we took today and we just went around and was like, hey, I was thinking that this movie would encapsulate love for us. That way, for the team, you guys are kind of helping to see what we're understanding when we're trying to convey love, that maybe like you've seen that movie and you're like, yes, I understand that. I love that. Or you're like, I haven't seen that and now it's on my Netflix playlist. So it gives them the opportunity to kind of help dial in. So if you were to think about the way that we're describing love, what movie like kind of comes to your mind? What kind of scene are you thinking of that would kind of help convey like this is the love that we're looking for at Kasper Electric?
So the first one that comes to mind, it doesn't look like love in a way that most would think, but it's that The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise like goes in and finally understands this entire lifestyle, if you will, and ends up sacrificing his own life to try to protect it. And then the other one that comes to mind is the exact same.
Yeah.
It's, any good movie is typically Marvel based for me.
Okay.
And I just love
Love a good Marvel movie.
I love the idea of like Tony Stark, who wasn't supposed to be the one. He was supposed to be the Hulk.
Yeah.
Because he could potentially handle the snap.
Yeah.
And he snaps because he has to.
Yeah.
And it's always for the greater good.
Spoiler alert.
And that's years ago. So hopefully I'm not ruining any of this. So yeah, like
Maybe
for me
put
it's
a
always
tagline on.
it's always going back to like no greater love is than one who would lay down his life for a friend.
Yeah. I love that. What would you guys say?
So I'll go with Top Gun Maverick, which is the newest Top Gun. And because I think about, and maybe it's because of the personal situation I have going on in my own life, but in Top Gun Maverick, in the original Top Gun, you have Tom Cruise or Maverick. It's his best friend is Goose, right? He loses Goose. And then, but in the second, the Maverick, it's Goose's son, Rooster. And so he has this love for Rooster as if he is his own son, right? Yeah. And so we think of those relationships, and my son's best friend who spent so much time in my house, I consider him my son.
Yeah.
And I would lay down my life for him, and I would do anything for him. And so we don't think of love. We could talk about The Notebook, as like,
we know that's your favorite movie, Josh. You can just
maybe, or You Got Mail, But I think of more things like the Gladiator or even Top Gun Maverick. I mean, he loves Rooster like he is his own son, even though he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to keep sticking on brand, but
We got another Tom Cruise?
No, it's not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go non-Tom Cruise movie.
Mission Impossible.
I do. I mean, I do love Mission Impossible, and he does give his life, or, he does sacrifice himself. Spoiler alert. Not Tom, one of the other characters. Anyway, moving right along.
Haven't seen it yet.
Don't watch it. There was a movie, and I can't remember the name of it, but the whole premise of the movie is that there's like this young guy and young girl who are best friends with a couple who are married with children. So sorry to bring down the mood. The parents pass away, and so the children are left without parents.
Yeah.
And this young single guy doing his thing and this young single girl doing her thing, have no kids, no ties in life. And they literally shift their entire world to care for these children.
Yeah.
And so they literally give up, their whole lifestyle, their money, because kids are very expensive.
Yeah.
And do what's in the best interest of the future of these children, despite how radically, you know, it's going to change their lives.
Yeah.
And it was an impactful movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate Saving Private Ryan because it's like I think of like the idea that, you know, this mission made no sense other than the fact of the human relationship, that it would be worth putting people endangered. It would be worth going through the heart of battles to rescue someone, to make sure that their legacy can continue. You know, and you think about like the things that sometimes we would do for a relationship, whether it be in the office, the field, friends, we would kind of put things down, so the sacrifice element, so that we can help build up someone else's relationship or legacy. You know, many of us have taken time to go forward and say, you know what, this thing is worth it. You know, it's worth helping to propel. And I think a lot of you guys have bought into the Kasper culture of going like, what we're accomplishing as a team is worth it. And so the opportunity to say, let's set this down. I'm going to pick up and help a person. I'm going to help with this thing and carry it forward. Man, like helps to represent so much of what we're accomplishing. So,
You know, I think about when if we're thinking on a practical sense here at Kasper, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I had a mentor and a father figure for me that said, you never watch another man struggle. And so when we think about our teammates out in the field, loving is just jumping in and helping. You know, I think of, I've popped in on job sites and all of a sudden I see them pulling wire and I just grab the wire and start helping, right? Because there's no reason why we can't serve or sacrifice or take a minute and say, you know what, 5 minutes of my time is worth this to help somebody else.
There's so many like references. Everybody's talking, and I just keep like the like military references, like, you know, just, and everybody's like, military and love, they don't really go together, but it's like, man, like, is there a greater example of like these men and women in the military who are literally sacrificing so much, including sometimes their own lives for the good of other people, for the safety, for the protection of other people. And that's just a lot of the language that everybody's saying.
I heard someone say this, and this might tie in. You can't learn to put your life down until you've been built up. And the military does probably one of the best jobs of building people up to be men to then lay their life down, you know? And so it's like, you know, it's that's why it's so much easier to see it, is because it's in part of the culture to accomplish, you know, and then it's elevated to this level of honor and integrity.
Yeah.
And so it's just within that it's so easier to see. And then of course, you know, the element of it's just been done and held in that honorable way. It's easy, man. It's just real easy.
Opposite is so true. It's like to build people up, to encourage people, to support people, to lay your life down for people, like is love. And the opposite is putting people down, right? To not helping people, to, you know, hurting people or making things more difficult or putting yourself first and not thinking of others. Like that's literally just the opposite of love.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I also want to throw out this. We have something to like talk about from someone loving us. Sonny was having a conversation with Brian, and he was just talking about how the podcast, how much he appreciated the podcast, and was like kind of just talking about the love of it. And so, you know what, guys, I just appreciate those kind of comments as you guys are enjoying the podcast and hopefully listening to things that you're like, man, I really like that. And it's like, I'm going to watch that movie. But if you have those comments, we'd love to hear them and love to just kind of know what your thoughts are. And maybe there's something that you would like us to talk about, you know, feel free to shoot us an email. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We love you.
Love
Bye.
you.